So one of the first YouTube channel ideas that's pretty creative that you could do here in 2020 or even in the future is live sports commentating. So you can start a live YouTube show where you just record on your channel right when the start of a sports event happens. So it could be basketball, it could be football, it could be MMA. There's a lot of different sports out there that a lot of people might not care for the live broadcasters on. So a lot of times you'll have to listen to local broadcasters or even the national broadcasters on cable TV like ESPN or TNT. A lot of times people, are divided on whether or not they even like them. So instead of being stuck with them, you can have a live YouTube show that basically allows you to be the commentator, or you to kind of, bring some comedy to the broadcast or to bring some insight to it. If maybe you are an college football player, you could comment on some NFL games, or maybe you, are someone who's studied boxing for a very long time and you could comment about that, or maybe you're kind of a part-time comedian or whatever. And you can look at the Joe Rogan Experience as an example of a way to do this. Just look for Joe Rogan Experience Fight Companion, and you'll see recordings of the live shows they did during boxing and MMA matches, where they don't show the broadcast, of course, because that would be a copyright violation, but you will get to see them and listen to them talk live at the same time as the event is going on. And if you want to go off of YouTube, you can actually do the same type concept with hotmic.io, which is a website and app where you actually can sync the events. You can see the comments on the side, and people who watch your broadcast through your specific referral link, you get paid for, people coming to the broadcast and everything. So hotmic.io if you want to go off YouTube, but check out JRE Fight Companion as an example of how you could do this, and then figure out how you could apply it to your sport. Another creative YouTube channel idea I've discovered recently is people doing all sorts of stuff related to movies, TV shows, video games, where they will actually cross that with, instead of doing game reviews and stuff like that, they will actually do like recipes that they find in the game. Or they'll read something in a book and they'll have a description, and they'll try to make that recipe in the real world. And then they'll post a recipe video on YouTube. So for instance, you have like Game of Thrones watch party recipes. So you have like certain things that were inspired by things that characters were eating in the show. So like Game of Thrones, they have these lemon cakes for Sansa, who's one of the main characters. You could watch some stuff on Taste Made and their YouTube channel and get some ideas there. Or another one that was really popular on Netflix recently is The Witcher. So you can look at The Witcher snacks. You see Witcher potions. You could even make drinks that aren't really something they drink, but they look like, potions or something that they might have in the movie or the TV show or the video game or the book. And you can kind of, a lot of people do watch parties and stuff, and you can create these different things that are themed around these, very popular shows and stuff. And you're not going to have a lot of competition. A lot of people do not do this stuff. A lot of cooking channels and stuff do a lot of the same things. And this is like a more creative, small niche way that you can kind of build a reputation and kind of separate yourself in a more creative way with a cooking channel. Another thing I've seen kind of gaining popularity is something like Control-Shift-Face, which is a deep fake YouTube channel. So we all know that parodies do very well. Like you look at animated parodies, for instance, they do very well because they're making fun of usually a famous cartoon character or a famous movie character or something like that, video games, whatever. So a lot of people love parodies, but there's so much competition out there now and so many good animations that it would be kind of hard to make yourself, stand out and be just as good as, if not better than, your competition. So one thing that's kind of different that I've noticed is Control-Shift-Face, for instance, will put someone else's face on iconic movie characters in certain scenes, and then they will post YouTube videos like that. So you can kind of play around with this, make sure you don't have any, copyright problems, but I haven't seen a lot of competition for this yet. So you can use software to do this. You have faceswap.dev. This is one place where you can do images and videos and stuff using, different face swaps and stuff. And, you know, if you look at Control-Shift-Face, it looks like it kind of takes them a long time to produce a video. So this might be something that you want to, you know, be able to get good at and spend some time on. But you have a lot of view potential, a lot of subscribers on a channel like that. And then you can also use github.com. They have a deep face lab software that you can use as well. So you have both of those types of software, faceswap.dev, and then at github.com they have Deep Face Lab, where you can create these deep fakes where you can add different people's faces to movie characters or do parodies in a whole new way without having to do animation and stuff like that. So those are just a few kind of weird and creative YouTube channel ideas I've noticed recently. It's something that you might consider because it's hard to just go and do something that's already being done by, you know, hundreds of people already and actually make a name for yourself and make enough money to live on. So try to go smaller niche, try to do something creative that doesn't have a lot of competition yet, like some of these three channel types. And then for more YouTube channel ideas, check out the video in the top right, and I will see you in the next one.